it or not, we have a new leader over in the Bundesliga as Freiburg lead the charge with Dortmund breathing down the necks as Bayern drop points this past weekend. Who's going to take advantage this coming week? We're going to take a look at it. All of it next. That's right, folks, back to giving another prediction video. We're taking a look at match number 6 in this year's Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you're in, smash your subscribe button, bang it today. All things Germany related, Bundesliga related, World Cup related. We're going to know hit, boys. And one Ruski. That's right, of course, Freiburg lead the charge. But of course, Bayern are in third, yet to taste defeat alongside Union Berlin. Goodness gracious me, we'll take a look at all of it in a second, of course. Big shout out to the VRPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And of course, don't forget to check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook. And of course, there is a Patreon out there if you want to help us out in another way. So let's take a look at, of course, the results, of course, where we are in the table. So here we go then, of course, kicking on back with a recap of the results. But Dortmund, they beat Hoffenheim 1-0 in the end and won with a 3-0 win. Leverkusen did lose to Freiburg 3-2 in the end, of course, to give themselves that push to the... where are they in the table? Of course, I think they're doing A-OK. We'll see it in a second. I'm a little dumbfounded. Hang on a second. They are the leaders. They are the leaders. That's right. Freiburg are the leaders. I was going to say that win should put them top. I'm dumbfounded myself. Bayern did draw with Union Berlin 1-1 in the end. I went with a 2-1 win for Bayern. But I did say that this was going to be a difficult game. Union Berlin at home are stuffy opposition, sticky opposition. Of course, Wolfsburg did get spanked by Köln, 6-goal thriller there, 4-2 in the end. Werder Bremen with a 2-0 win over Bochum. I went with a draw. Schalke and Stuttgart duked it out to a draw. I went with a 1-0 win. Frankfurt 4-0 demolition job on RB Leipzig. Are they in trouble? We'll have to see. Hertha Berlin with a big 2-0 win over Augsburg, and Gladbach did lose to Mainz, which was a bit of a shitter as well. They're up to 5th. Gladbach down to 9th. Not great indeed. This is what the table looks like, as you can see. Of course, Freiburg are leading the charge alongside Dortmund, level on points. Both sides have, of course, taken a loss at some stage, of course. Bayern remain in third, though, of course, yet to taste defeat, as are Union Berlin. And Köln yet to taste defeat as well. Let's take a look at, of course, the Super Brew. Super Brew, we're going to throw that down here, of course, and to make things a little cleaner, hopefully I can get out of here for you, and you can have a look at it all its glory. What are we looking at here? This looks a bit of a weird look. That's what we're after. So we're going to jump in here. We're going to go to the round results and see where we are. So this is the round results. So Carl Muckin gets himself 8.5. Tayab 76 also 8.5. Kevin with 8.5. And then of course the chasing pack. Where am I? Where am I? I'm down here 2. Yeah, pretty grim. Grim times for me. Not great. Not great indeed. That's your name, but then let me know if you can see your name in the league for this week. This week alone. What about the overall grand scheme of things? Well, I'm doing it all right, not brilliant. Tayab kicks an ass out of it at 38.5 points. UTC's up there with 2010. James B is up there in third. Kevin's up there, jumping 9 spots up to 4th. Carl Muckin with the yellow jersey here. He's up 9 spots as well to 5th. Durkee Boy is down here in 5th, 14th spot. Not great, but within striking distance of a top table push. So well done. Me, Con DJ Snake had a shitter here, 27.5. Down 5 spots, one of the biggest drops. Alex Weller dropping 9 spots as well. So, but of course, it is early days. Let's not get too caught up in it. You can get involved, of course. cut24/Bundes. It is 100% free. Get your name in, lights as well. So let's take a look at the next round of games, which do kick off this coming weekend. Now, these again, it's busy week in European action. We're going to jump at the deep end with, of course, the top of the hour there. Werder Bremen up against Augsburg, of course, coming at you over at the Weserstadion. Now, these two sides pitched 21 times to 2010. 10 was at Augsburg, 9 for Bremen. 2 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Bremen right now. 67% form for them. Up against the Augsburg side, just 1 win and 5. 33% form for them moving forward. Of course, last round though, over in Bremen, it was a 2-0 win for Bremen back in January 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Bremen beat Augsburg in Augsburg back in September 2018. Augsburg pick up a 2-0 loss against Hertha Berlin, back-to-back games now without a goal for them. Bremen though with a 2-0 win over Bochum last time around. They've scored actually 5 goals in the last, 8 goals in the last 3 games. They're looking A-OK right now. Of course, the odds for this one, what have we got going on here? We've got Bremen 2013 on for the victory, 3-1 is your draw, 50-4 is your away. Bremen are at 8th right now, and away for them they could actually go as high as 3rd. I'm backing Bremen with a 2-1 win for them. Hoffenheim, 3 points in the bag, and move the chains once again. Bayern up against Stuttgart, of course, coming at you at the Allianz Arena. Now, these two sides that played 63 times in 1992, just 10 wins for Stuttgart, 44 wins for Bayern, and we've got 9 draws. Bayern, though, of course, just 1 win and 3 for them, 83% form for them. Also in action this week, up against, of course, Internazionale in the Champions Ligos. Of course, Stuttgart coming at you with Pellegrino Matarazzo in charge, 50% form for them, just 1 win out of the last 6 games. However, 1 defeat out of the last 6. That's 50% form, of course, from 4 out of the last 6 games. Last time around, though, over at the Allianz Arena was a 2-2 draw back in May 2022. However, Bayern haven't lost in the last 6 games against Stuttgart, picking up 5 wins and just that 1 draw. Stuttgart with a draw against Schalke, back-to-back draws for them, in fact. Meanwhile, Bayern with a draw against Union Berlin last time around. The odds, though, here, 7-1 on is your Bayern, 50-2 is your draw, 16-1 is your long shots. Going to go with a comfortable 3-day win for Bayern, 3 points in the bag, and move the chains. RB Leipzig, who, of course, are in 11th spot right now. They are in action up against, of course, Borussia Dortmund, a bit of a zinger, of course, at the Red Bull Arena. Played each other 13 times in 2016. We got 4 wins to Leipzig, 7 wins to Dortmund, 2 draws, of course. Leipzig, though, 1-2, lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6, 50% form for them. Up against Dortmund side, just 1 defeat past 5 for them. In fact, 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them moving forward once again. Last round, though, over at Leipzig was a 2-1 win for Leipzig. In fact, Leipzig have won back-to-back games over Dortmund last season. 6 goals in those last 2. Dortmund, no, picking up a 1-0 win over Hoffenheim, back-to-back clean sheets for them, back-to-back 1-0 wins. Leipzig, though, did lose 4-0 to Frankie last time around. Both sides are in action in the Champions Ligos. According to my eye, Shakhtar for Leipzig, Copenhagen for Dortmund. Both sides are playing at home, and both sides are expected to win as well. 5-4 is your Leipzig, 90-10 is your Dortmund, 40-5 is your draw. Even Smalley Stevens for me on this one, point in the bag for Dortmund. They'll be happy with that, as of course Leipzig can be a difficult opposition. Hoffenheim up against Mainz, of course. These two sides locking horns on the 10th of September at the Prezzo Arena. 28 times they played each other since 2007. 8 wins for Hoffenheim, 12 for Mainz, 8 draws, of course. While Hoffenheim winning 4 in the last 6, 7% form for them. Up against the Mainz side, just 1 defeat in the past 6, 75% form for them moving forward. Mainz going to find themselves in 5th in the table. Last time around, though, in Hoffenheim was a 2-2 win for Mainz. Mainz have actually unbeaten against Hoffenheim over the last 4. Pick up 3 wins on the spin as well. They also come to another that 1-0 win over Gladbach. Hoffenheim, though, did lose to Dortmund last time around. The odds here, Hoffenheim at 65 for the victory, 2-1 is your away win, and 13-5 is your draw. I'm back in a draw here as well on this one, as Mainz continue their fantastic start to the season. Again, Frankie, also in Champions League action up against Wolfsburg, of course, coming at you at the Commerzbank Arena this weekend. Played the 44 times in 1996, 8 wins for Frankie, 22 wins for Wolfsburg, 14 draws, of course. Frankfurt, they're unbeaten the last 4, 50% form for them over the last 6, 1-2 lost in and drawn 2 up against a Wolfsburg side without a win in 5, 33% form for them moving forward. Again, last time around at the Commerzbank Arena, it was a 2-2 win for Wolfsburg back in February 2022. Wolfsburg did lose to Köln 4-2 in the end. Back-to-back defeats for them up against the Frankfurt side, who've scored 8 goals in the last 3 games, looking very, very good. Of course, taking on Sporting Lisbon this weekend over in Germany as well. The odds on this one then, we've got Frankie Evans for Stevens for the victory, 13-5 is your way win, 35 is also the draw here. Frankie 2-0 win for them, and a busy, big old week for them in Germany and in Europe. 2-0 in the end for me. Hertha Berlin up against Bayer Leverkusen, who are also, I think, in Champions League action as well. Played 46 times in 1997, 13 wins for Hertha, 21 wins for Leverkusen, and 12 draws. Of course, just 1 win and 5 there for Hertha Berlin right now, 25% form for them up against Leverkusen side, just 1 win and 6, 17% form for them moving forward. Last time around, they're over in Berlin. It was a 1-1 draw back in November 2021. Leverkusen did lose to Freiburg 3-2 last round. Hertha Berlin with a big 2-0 win over Augsburg. I do believe, Champions League action. Leverkusen go to Belgium this weekend as they try to also make it a good old week for the German teams. The odds here, 13-5 is your Berlin, of course, 11-10 on is your Leverkusen, 3-1 is your draw. Leverkusen, of course, had a bit of a shit start to the season, but as have Berlin as well. Back in, of course, Leverkusen with a win here, 2-1 for them, and another busy week for them in Europe and beyond. Schalke taking on Bochum, of course, coming at you over at the Veltins Arena. Played each other 29 times in 1992, 17 wins for Schalke, 7 wins for Bochum, 5 draws, of course. Schalke, though, without a win in 5 now, 42% form up against the Bochum side, also without a win in 5, 17% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, over in Schalke was a 3-0 win for Schalke. That was a friendly, doesn't really count. Last time in the league, though, in Schalke was a 3-0 win for Schalke back in August 2009. Schalke picked up a 1-1 draw against Stuttgart. In Stuttgart, Bochum with a 2-0 loss against Bremen. 1-2-3 games now without a goal for Bochum. They are in trouble. The odds for this one, 11-10 on is your Schalke, 11-4 is your 40-5 is your away win here. Schalke surely going to win this one. They are in trouble, but I got that 0-0 draw. What have I gone here? Bochum 0, yet to get a point as well, but that'll be the first point in the bag for them. Schalke, they could be in trouble. A long old season awaits for them. Kicking off forward, though, is Köln up against Union Berlin. Both sides unbeaten heading into this game. Of course, over in the Rhein Energy Stadium, played for the 14 times 2002, 5 wins for Köln, 7 wins for Union Berlin, 2 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat about 6 there for Köln right now. 58% form up against Union Berlin side, unbeaten the last 6, 75% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, in Köln, it was a 2-2 draw back in November 2021. Union Berlin picked up a draw against Bayern last time around. Köln with a 4-2 win over Wolfsburg, of course. The odds here, 31-20 is your host, 10-5 is your draw, 70-10 is your away win here. It's very tight, of course, but I'm going with Köln here at home. Again, if it was in Berlin, I would have backed Union with the victory, but I think Köln at home will be big enough. And then, of course, it's table toppers Freiburg up against my boys Borussia Mönchengladbach, of course, are in mid-table. Of course, Farke's boys suffered the first defeat against Mainz last round. They've got a big one against Europa Park Stadium this weekend. 45 times these two sides have played since 1993, 15 wins to Freiburg, 60 wins to Gladbach. We've got 14 draws, of course. Freiburg, though, winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form for them. Up against the Gladbach side, just 1 defeat of the past 6, 67% form for them. Also, though, spin it around a little bit late, just 1 win in 4, of course. Last round, though, over in Freiburg, it was a 3-3 draw back in April 2022. Freiburg have just lost once of the last 5 against Gladbach. That was back in Gladbach back in April 2021. Gladbach did lose to Mainz last round. Freiburg with a big 3-2 win over Leverkusen last round. The odds here, 23-20 is your host, 5-2 is your, and 11-5 is your away win here. I'm back in Freiburg, unfortunately, with a 2-0 win over Gladbach. My boys taking another L, but end up in the mid-table. Freiburg could, of course, remain top of the table. That, my guys and girls, is it. And if I'm right, Freiburg will be top of the table. Bayern are in second, Dortmund will be in third, and then Köln will be up to 4th in the table. Going down, Bochum, Wolfsburg, and Augsburg are in a bit of trouble. But will it remain? Well, of course, we'll be back for match number 7, of course, when it comes around. But that is it, guys and girls. Be sure to give it some loving, of course, and don't forget to get your picks in. Cut the 4 shots Bundes. It is 100% free, and of course, I'll see you then when we come back for match number 7. But until then, guys and girls, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon. But until then, boys and girls, we're done right now.